Hello, and welcome back to my math YouTube series. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Andrew, a local Bay Area tutor. I offer in-person and virtual tutoring, and I'm the one behind these helpful videos. Be sure to check out my website via the link in the video description below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Now, on to today's subject, functions versus relations. We're going to talk about what a function is first. Basically, a function is like a line or a parabola, but it's anything that has only one output per input. That is, functions are only going to have one y value for each individual x value or input. So I'll write that down here. What exactly is a function? Again, it's going to have one output per input, and it's also going to pass something called the vertical line test, which I'll demonstrate for you shortly. So let's look at some functions on a graph. I'll draw a line and a parabola and a sine or cosine function. Draw a couple of them here. These are all functions because they pass the vertical line test. If I draw a vertical line and then slowly move it over each function, you'll see that at any one given point, and I'll pause it here for a minute, it only hits that function one time. So it passes the vertical line test. And if you're still a little bit confused, keep watching because I'm about to show you what relations are, and then this might make sense. So relations are different than functions. They can have many outputs for just one input. And they do not pass the vertical line test because of this. So again, I'm going to graph some examples for you. I'm going to put like a sideways parabola on here and a circle, as well as a piecewise function that doesn't quite pass as a function. And that's because when I draw a vertical line and move it over each, the vertical line hits that relation at two different points, versus a function where it would only hit at one point. So it does not pass the vertical line test. So here's another way to understand these. Let's say we have input A, B, C and output D, E, F. For a function, we can only have an arrow going from one input to each output, even if they're crossing or out of order like this. Versus a relation, if we have an input A, B, C and an output D, E, F, A could go to two different outputs like D and E. And so that's an example of one input having many outputs, which is what makes a relation a relation. I'll end with this on the screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.